Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome to my Rumble channel at Yana82. Okay, in the month of October of 2022. So, like, I'm switching from YouTube channel to Rumble because I need to continue about talking about the the AI nanotechnology. Actually, even it's for the weather modification, it's part of it as well, as people are start noticing kind of interesting phenomena happening through this hurricane that just went through, Florida, and of course ended up in South Carolina, and doing all this kind of damage. But at the same time, people are reporting there's water missing in southwest of Florida, and they can pretty much walk halfway to Texas through the ocean, okay, waterways. So it's part of the military arsenal, and so that's why we're exposing all that. We need to talk about it. Again, it's through my soul signature, energy signature. Don't take things personally. But I've experienced horrible experiences as pretty much being around highly high-ranking military officers, military base, and so-called the sex games, okay, and all these recruitments on the astral plane. I never joined physically. I never joined, the military, but you're around all these kind of people, and behold, you're dealing with some kind of aliens, and what in the world, where this is coming from. And then you find out all these treaties with Zetas, right, or with the Orion group, and then you have the Project Paperclip, the Nazis, right, the Gestapo, the Anunnaki came over here after World War II. They came to the United States, infiltrated the entire infrastructure, and guys, their agenda is to destroy the angelic luminous beings, all this depopulation, eugenics, destroying the Mother Earth, Mother Nature, taking her resources. And they have highly advanced technology, okay, and they are trading humans, okay, and the U.S. Congress gave a consent to all that, and without our consent. So where's the informed consent? Where's the information? So that's why very important to understand or study the universal laws, the Galactic Codex. Like even my YouTube channel, I'm giving everything it's under Galactic Law, Galactic Codex, right? You need to know your rights. We have the right for ascension. We have the right for all the information. We have the right to also reconnect with our soul family or monadic family. So soul connection, consciousness expansion, as we are ascending, guys, we're just not the body, right? That was the 3D false matrix, the ego, the personality, going to work 8 till 5, paying taxes, paying bills, while there are Tesla towers out there, highly advanced technology, free energy technology, levitating cars, spaceships, spacecrafts. the military or the Illuminati, the cabal, right? They all have this kind of technology, right? And now with all these jabs and the CCP jabs, with the nanobites and the graphene oxide and all kinds of inserts, chips, and holograms. I need to talk about those kind of things, just kind of trying to put it all together. It's mind-blowing. I know sometimes I'm all over the place because, guys, we come from extremely high dimensions, and we are activating now for humanity those 12 strands of DNA, 12 spheres. This is the Katara grid. This is how the consciousness travels, guys, right? 1, 2, 3. Those that's the harmony universe number 1, the ego kind of personality matrix, right? That's the first, second, and third chakras, first, second, and third dimension, right? And it goes on and on and on. You can see it here on this graph, okay? This is Ascension Glossary, Universal Time Matrix, or Lisa Rainey, energetic synthesis, okay, as we're exiting this falseness, right? Of course, there's a timeline shift. Some people maybe end up in the metaverse, in those false reality, false timelines, again, because the negative aliens with their black hole technologies, right, creating all these wars, proxy wars, and we are like their slaves, and proxy soldiers, and they're just siphoning energy from us, but they want to control the entire system, solar system, this galaxy. No, thank you. So okay, so this is harmony universe number 2, soul connection, consciousness expansion. I am healing my monadic. I had to heal my monadic self in order to again embody my avatar self. And of course, I work with the solar Rishis, so also embody the Rishi consciousness, which is harmonic universe number 5. And we also, there was a harmonic universe number 6 was created, 16 dimensions, 7 dimensions, 18 dimensions, to pretty much bring the Holy Mother energies here online to heal all these distortions in our DNA through the reversals and mutations, okay? And everything is being done to humanity, to children, because of the Satanism, Luciferianism, you know, this pedophilia, pornography, the black magic, sodomy, I mean, all these horrible recruitments, you know, in the military. This is what I witnessed and what I've experienced, and it affected my life, my mind, my emotions, my aura, my energy field. I had tears in my aura energy field. This is a particle, those are particle chakras. We have also anti-particle chakra system, guys. You can find that on Ascension glossary, or, you know, if you Google, you know, the chakra system. This is what I work with, you know, as a kind of tantric individual, and yoga, Ayurveda. That's my background. That's what helped me to bring myself back together, or pull myself back together, and just be back online and just feel my divine essence, because I was disassembled. My aura energy field extremely damaged, the directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons, and who knows what else, yeah, right, from the those negative aliens. And now I'm just kind of finding out. So that's the Anunnaki. There was a hybrid Anunnaki, the Nazis, and mixed with the Pleiadians, okay? And being on the Dark Fleet, the Draco Federation, okay, just wreaking havoc in the entire solar system, in this galaxy, Milky Way. So Galactic Codex, Divine Intervention. Know your rights, right? We have the right for all the information. We have the right to know also our ascension history, our well, true history, cosmic history. And of course, the ascension is happening. And also we have the right for abundance, okay? So the financial stuff, the abundance, I'm just, you know, I'm doing so hopefully I'm expanding to, you know, other opportunities and choices. And I know it's not easy to talk about those kind of things, you know, the military, the recruitments, because you're dealing, you know, with Satanists, with Pentagon, those secret operations. So what happened to me introducing yoga and Ayurveda to military, psyop happening to me. The entire network of Baphomet, of those black magicians doing sodomy and, you know, those satanic ritual abuses, right? And just I'm finding out that's also part of that lineage that I came here to heal, okay? Because of the DNA mutation and all these reversals in their bloodline, okay? Because of the hybridization, the macerator races, all this pillaging and raping and this breeding programs and hybridization program. But remember, there are also there's a positive faction of all that. I know there are like positive draconians from Andromeda. They are helping us as well. There are good Zetas. There are positive ETs, okay, that I am connecting with, and that's the Ashtar coming in 11 dimension, even 16 dimension, right? Bring the Holy Mother here online. And of course, I work, I'm in touch with solar Rishis. I have a devotion, dedication to them, you know, through Bhakti Yoga, okay? Devotion, dedication. But I know I'm dealing with the Draco, the Draconians, and the Anunnaki, okay? And the Zetas. So, and they're some of them are extremely highly evolved ETs, or, you know, extraterrestrials. But unfortunately, because of all the, you know, the contracts, they had contracts with the visa system, with the Black Dragon Moth, because of all the terrorism, the tyranny, I mean, and the power, the controlling group. We have the Black Sun entities, the Belial group, right? All they want, control, manipulate. Their time is over. They cannot continue these kind of things. So also, you know, the ascension, like, you know, it's happening, but at the same time, there's a split in consciousness, right? The bifurcation of timelines, because some people, you know, will be ending up in those artificial timelines, just kind of looping, you know, this nonsense, this artificiality. I talk about the based in mathematics reversals, right? So here's the Katara grid with 12 spheres, okay? So you have the 1, 2, 3 dimension, or 1, 2, 3 first, you know, second and third chakra. So this is the That's the personality matrix density 1, okay? The personality kind of ego, where we need to exit this falseness, okay? This false timelines, okay? And so we are expanding our consciousness. So that's why connection to your heart extremely important. That your 4th chakra start speaking your truth, right? And decalcifying your pineal gland, so you can start feeling and seeing your multidimensionality, right? And your supernatural powers, your extrasensory perceptions and things like that. Opening your 3rd eye, very important, right? All the teachings of the esoterica, guys, you know, the meditation, take care of yourself, doing the inner work, being in nature, drinking distilled water, decalcify the pineal gland, like I said. Purify your aura, your energy field, right? Invocation of the Va'at flame. I'm a being of Va'at fire. I am the purity God desires, okay? And then, like I said, I'm healing my family. They ended up in military, you know, MC, right? Under the military-industrial complex. Even Dwight Eisenhower was warning about the danger of the military-industrial complex, even military-industrial extraterrestrial complex, right? Those are all these, you know, the Nazis, the Dracos, you know, the hybrid Anunnaki. And, you know, they're just kind of want to control the entire matrix, the system. And so it's time for them to rehabilitate, see the consequences of their actions, because now everything's under the Galactic Codex, universal laws, law of one. And we're going back to the original blueprint, right? Those are 12 spheres instead of the base 10 mathematics in reversal. And this structure, I noticed it was in those guys in the Marines, right? Especially special forces, right? Also through the CCP injections, the nanobots and all kinds of holographic inserts and parasites, right? They have infection in the astral plane, so it means they have infection in their aura, energy field, all kinds of even demonic spirits, demonic entities, right? Also being on, you know, drugs, steroids, you know, alcohol, and involving pedophilia, child sex trafficking, all these kind of things. So that's why, you know, I have the healing project, or I have the project for the, you know, military elite, for the super soldiers, for the Marines, and just kind of healing solution for their trauma, PTSD, right? Time to heal, write things down, because I went through the same thing, right? You can, on my website, yanakalai.com, I even look like a Marine, and I even was thinking like a Marine, because they have technology, you know, the Grace and the Anunnaki, especially the tall Grays, the Zetas. Okay, they're just playing with you like a toy, and they are inserting all kinds of implants, inserts in your chakras, aura, energy field, even in your body. And then they wanted to make, create Marine or Supermarine out of me, assessing who knows what else. Now it's time for them to do yoga. 8 steps of yoga to heal the mutation in their DNA, the reversals, right? And because also, you know, the elite, the Illuminati, they're all involved in Satanism, Luciferianism, pedophilia, child sex trafficking, money laundering, gun running, drug running, and all these criminal activities behind the military, all these corporations and the secret societies, and you know, the shadow government, the shadow military with their AI nanotechnology. So that's why I need to talk about those kind of things, because I experienced it. It looks like, you know, I've done it. And then you know, watching also like channeling, or Marina Jacobici channels the hybrids, right, about the supermind technology. I mean, the technology, everything is here for us to heal, but I'm here to disseminate this kind of information. So those guys who are in the military, extremely abused, violated, or raped, tortured, right? Time to go back to light. They need to start being aware of their true self, divine essence, right? Because, you know, the direct programming, look what it does. You have all these footages from WikiLeaks, you know, Julian Assange, you know, this individual Manning, right? Send the documents to WikiLeaks. And, you know, wreaking havoc in the Middle East. You know, your soldiers in helicopters killing innocent people, children, or civilians. Okay, so I think, you know, my experience is that this is because of this horrible recruitments that has been happening, especially after World War II, right? Agent Orange, or, you know, fluoride in the water, and all these jabs, CCP jabs, the nanobots, right? And then the treaties with the Zetas, or with the Orion group, you know, this the highly advanced technology, right? Including the weather modification, training for human abductions and experimentations, even on children, and all this transgenderism transhumanism. That's the agenda, to make robots out of us, you know, the agenda of those negative ones, okay? And so I need to continue, and this is kind of the structure, guys. So I am inviting you to start studying with the Merkaba field, the Merkaba sacred geometry structure, okay? Starting the chakra, so you know what I'm talking about, because next time, again, I'm going to go over my the project, the Galactic project, for the military. So those, you know, who are interested, you know, my soul group, my monetic group, again, monetic, that's the 7th dimension, 8th dimension, 9th dimension, the planetary logos, guys, 7th dimension, invoking the violet flame, right? Very important, because that's what helped me, the inner alchemy, right? I'm a being of violet fire. I'm the purity God desires, the chanting, japa mantra meditation, or say, the Lord is my shepherd 1,000 times, right? I have the mala beads, guys. Start the positive affirmations, positive thinking. But at the same time, you know, we need to integrate or acknowledge the shadow, right? The trauma, the drama, the pain body, right? All these possession of entities, and those guys need to unhook themselves from that astral slavery agenda of those negative ones. They compute themselves that they're the gods, the demigods, or worshiping AI god, okay? And supposedly they thought, or they were computing, that they were above the law. Galactic Codex, divine invention, law of one, universal laws, right? Cosmic sovereign law. So we need to also align ourselves first, you know, with this law, and of course we need to heal ourselves, our shadow self, in order to help others, because we're dealing with the shadow government, with the shadow military, and you know, some of the politicians, you know, they're being bribed, black match, all these bribed and blackmailed, and all this black magic everywhere, and then also cloning. The cloning facilities, guys, this is unbelievable, you know, and drone. You know, they have technology, the robotics. Guys, when you go on DARPA, oh, that's what I've been dealing with, DARPA. And all these robotics and all these cybernetics or skeleton. You can go on their website and see there are millions of dollars going to those kind of projects, right? And here you have people or children on the street or homeless. I mean, now they lost all these homes and houses, while the negative ones, right, the controlling group, they're, you know, they have weather modification technology. I mean, they thought that, or they're thinking or computing that they cannot do those things anymore. It's time over. But for, you know, for us, I mean, we have to disseminate this information. Like, I've experienced those things. I've been studying Lisa Rennie's newsletter material, right, for like 6 years. So, and I kind of know about so-called conspiracies for like a decade. You know, the material also, what helped me, there was also Laura Eisenhower when she was talking about her recruitment to Mars, guys. So that's kind of the theme that I am continuing with, okay? How to exit the matrix, the ascension. What is ascension, right? We're raising the frequency vibration, study the universal law, especially the law of vibration, because we're entering the new golden age in Aquarius. With Saint Germain, invocation of the violet flame, extremely important. I have the Guardian Ascension protocol on my website as well. The 12D shielding, guys, the platinum light. Why is it so important? Because I've been the 12th dimension, okay? Because I've been dealing with the Anunnaki, with the Nazis, with the Pleiadians of the 11th dimension in those reversals, right? They were reversals based on mathematics. So they need to heal that lineage. They need to connect to God, to source, the proper symmetry, mathematics, connect to the cosmic heart of Father, Mother, God, connect to the core of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, right? 3 Hearts meditation you can find on my website, or Unity meditation, guys. We're connecting to the 12D core, crystalline core of this planet, because there was Mother Gaia, or, you know, Mother Earth, Tara, Gaia, okay? And now 12D, that's the dimension 12, that's the Stargate Armathena Lyra, that was the creator of the human civilization, okay? So this is the structure I work with. Back to the divine original blueprint, 12 strands of DNA, 15-dimensional universal time matrix, guys. So start getting familiar with these diagrams, so you know what I'm talking about, and then it starts making sense, okay? And so because, you know, I like some kind of structure, it needs to be systemized. I love to talk about yoga, Ayurveda, right? Again, everything is part of my project, the military. For the military, this is a galactic project from the Ashtar command, okay? And it's now under the Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant, which is the path of evolution. And that's that was the contract or agreement, you know, the solar Rishis, you know, being here in this 15 universal time matrix, under the law of one, right? Loving co-creation with the divine, with free will. So we are returning to that original system of creation. And here are the mechanics, right? Or the structure of ascension, of creation, right? And it's all coded in our DNA. So being on the sun, being in nature, or, you know, drinking distilled water, working with crystals and gemstones, being in gardens, okay? Very important, guys. So you start remembering your true self, your divine essence. Especially very important, guys, when you start being in your heart, and especially your sacred heart, your higher heart, right? Very important to be in your heart. Okay, just loving yourself unconditionally, taking care of yourself. This forgiveness, forgiving, that's the violet flame, right? As the energy of forgiveness, the violet flame of transformation, transmutation, of joy, of freedom, of liberation. Very important to invoke that as well, okay? And start, you know, speaking your truth. So opening your throat chakra, because so much oppression, right? People couldn't even speak, you know, their truth. And like in a military with the direct programming, right? You don't question anybody, anything. And they have a crisp technology, 5G towers. Yesterday, I mean, I just returned from that. There's a mall, still mall, all these 5G towers. It was targeting my limbic system and my amygdala. And, you know, when I'm close to the beach and the ocean, I mean, pretty much everything dissipates. I say the powerful prayers. I invoke the violet flame. And I'm in my sacred room, you know, I created like a sacred space, altar, light a candle, incense, Palo Santo, you know, chanting. This is kind of my sacred space, where, you know, things kind of go back to this, where I can heal immediately, right? But I've been doing it for so long. So I'm just telling you my work, what really works. And even I had to move my car. You know, there's a car parking. There's a pond. There are these big turtles I go to. I had to buy food for them. They like the puffed kind of rice. And I had to kind of move my car. And, you know, there's nothing about, you know, law enforcement cops. But I think they're sitting in those cars. All these 5G the 5G technology of the 5G towers. I mean, all these computers. I mean, I can't even believe it, right? And, you know, it affects your heart, it affects your brain, you know, your neurology, your nervous system. And I think those guys need to be also educated with those kind of things and have some shun guide or some protection, EMF protection, you know, in their cars, because it's killing us. It's killing everybody. It's killing the birds. I mean, and, you know, the nature and humanity, people. I mean, because, you know, this directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons. Oh, suddenly somebody get a heart attack. Oh, there's no trace for all that, right? There's like no evidence. But, you know, those who had this kind of had interesting experiences and who see energy or read energy, right? There is more to that, you know, like the Zetas, or, you know, you have the Anunnaki in the astral plane with their highly advanced technology, and they're just weaponizing our DNA. And then they're through the 5G tower, right? We get we get like electrocuted, right? And, you know, the graphene oxides, the affinity of graphene oxide is the heart, the central nervous system, your spine, that's the peripheral nervous system. And, you know, there's so much more evidence about those kind of things, guys. So it's time to be aware, informed, and, you know, time to be smart, to be educated, you know, because from there, that kind of consciousness, educated consciousness, right? We can make the change. We can make this world a better place. We can make America great again. We're going back to our original divine blueprint. We're going back to, you know, paradise, to these kind of beautiful, truthful realities, because the life that we've been living here, it's upside down, it's reversed, it's very false. This is not who we truly are. It doesn't represent our true divine nature. So it's, you know, time for us to yeah, do our part, right? Be active or proactive. I do it through, disseminating this kind of information, through education, healing, right? Doing the inner work, and it's kind of celebrating life, imagining beautiful, bright future, because the ETs, they are here helping us, with the ascension, with the liberation, with, evolution, okay? And, with the transition to the next octave or the next octaves, okay? And for us, very important, those are the volunteer soul and embody the diamond avatar selves, okay? Because, we are doing the quadruple work or triple work, like, humanity, whether it's the 5D. Remember, I'm helping my soul siblings, kind of get them into that 10 dimension, right? So they can embody their Christos avatar self and so on, and just bringing the solar cosmic Rishi consciousness online as well. So guys, I'll talk to you next time. Hope you're enjoying yourself, your life. Remember, the connection to your inner Christ, inner self is the most important thing, because from there, right, we can share peace or beauty, we can help others and be of service. So many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.